Hey there and welcome to Juicy Celeb Talks. Teresa Giudice isn't backing down, and this time her target is her ex-husband, Gia Giudice. After his latest round of shade throwing, Teresa decided to fire back. However, Gia isn't facing this heat alone. Margaret Josephs, one of the cast members of the Real Housewives of New Jersey, chimed in, labeling Teresa as someone who holds grudges. The tension between the two women led to a fiery exchange, and as tempers flared, Teresa's daughter, Gia Giudice, stepped in to defend herself. Gia's involvement in the drama has often been downplayed by others, with some dismissing her as just a kid, but she's determined to stand her ground. As if that wasn't enough drama, Mob Wives star Renee Graziano also weighed in, pointing out what she believes to be a significant flaw in how things are handled on Real Housewives of New Jersey. Get ready to dive into all the heated moments. Gia Giudice seems to be thriving post-divorce, appearing happier than ever without Teresa. While their marriage had its fair share of ups and downs, both Gia and Teresa remain committed to co-parenting their children. Many Real Housewives of New Jersey fans believe that the divorce was the best outcome for the couple. However, Teresa's decisions after the split didn't sit well with some fans. After leaving a convicted felon, she quickly moved on and married Luis Ruelas, a man whose reputation has been under intense scrutiny. Luis has been blamed for much of Teresa's current negative public image, leaving many to wonder if Gia made the right choice by moving on when he did. On September 5, Gia posted an Instagram story that fueled speculation about his views on his previous marriage. The post featured a truck with the phrase "No wife, happy life," which led many to believe it was a subtle jab at Teresa. Since serving his prison sentence, Gia has kept a relatively low profile, avoiding the public disputes that Teresa and Luis often find themselves embroiled in. While Gia has his own personal struggles, his quieter lifestyle has shielded him from the intense scrutiny that Teresa now faces. As the drama continues to unfold, it seems like Teresa and Luis may need to reassess their public image before it further alienates their audience. Teresa and Gia's feud, one of the most iconic family feuds in reality TV, involves Teresa Giudice and her brother, Joe Gorga. During a recent heated exchange, Teresa accused Gia of keeping her out of the family, a claim Gia vehemently denied. The siblings' issues have been well documented on Real Housewives of New Jersey, with both parties expressing frustration over how their relationship has deteriorated over the years. Gia insisted that it wasn't him who pushed Teresa out of the family, but rather Teresa's choices that led to the distance. He also implied that there were people in their inner circle who contributed to the rift. Teresa, however, wasn't backing down. She felt hurt and misunderstood, especially when Gia claimed that she was playing the victim. The ongoing tension between the siblings is a major plotline in Real Housewives of New Jersey, with fans eagerly watching to see if they can ever reconcile. But with both sides holding firm to their perspectives, the likelihood of a resolution seems slim.
Margaret Josephs, another key figure on Real Housewives of New Jersey, has her own grievances to air. Recently, she opened up about her husband Joe Benigno's battle with prostate cancer, revealing that it was documented for season 14 but ultimately cut from the episodes. She shared on the Taste of Taylor podcast that Joe was diagnosed with stage 1 prostate cancer and is currently under active surveillance with regular checkups every 6 months. Thankfully, his condition remains stable, but Margaret expressed frustration over how the show chose to exclude such a significant moment from the storyline. Reflecting on her time on Real Housewives of New Jersey, Margaret also mentioned the infamous hair-pulling incident with Danielle Staub in season 10, which remains one of the most talked about moments in the series. Additionally, Margaret discussed the challenges she faced when former castmate Siggy Flicker accused her of anti-Semitism, an accusation that deeply hurt her. Margaret has had her share of struggles on the show, and she believes that some of the ongoing tensions, particularly Teresa's tendency to hold grudges, have negatively impacted the series.
Looking ahead, Margaret hopes for lighter, more joyful moments in future seasons. She feels that Real Housewives of New Jersey has become too focused on long drawn-out drama and believes the show would benefit from a shift toward more fun and heartwarming content. One of her favorite moments on the show was her mother's 75th birthday celebration in season 12, a memory she cherishes and hopes to replicate in future episodes. Gia Giudice stands her ground at 23 years old. Gia Giudice is no longer a child, and she's tired of being treated like one. After her aunt, Melissa Gorga, referred to her as a kid during a recent podcast, Gia took to her own platform to set the record straight. "I've graduated college. I'm working. I'm very much an adult," Gia declared on the podcast co-hosted by her mother, Teresa Giudice. Teresa also expressed her frustration with how the show portrays Gia, emphasizing her daughter's maturity and strength. Gia believes that much of the criticism she faces stems from jealousy, especially from those who don't have the kind of close bond she shares with her mother. While Gia acknowledges that she often gets pulled into the Real Housewives of New Jersey drama, she insists that it's never intentional. She feels compelled to defend her mother, particularly when other cast members cross the line. Gia also pointed out the double standard in how she's treated compared to other Real Housewives of New Jersey children, such as Caroline Manzo's kids, who similarly stood up for their mom without facing backlash. Despite the ongoing drama and public scrutiny, Gia remains unapologetic about supporting her mother. She takes pride in standing by Teresa, regardless of what others might think. Renee Graziano's perspective on Real Housewives of New Jersey. As a veteran of reality TV, Renee Graziano has her own thoughts on how Real Housewives of New Jersey could improve. In a recent interview, she advocated for a significant change in the show's structure. Specifically, she believes the men should take a step back. "It's called Housewives for a reason," Renee said, arguing that the focus should remain on the women of the show. While the men have played increasingly prominent roles in recent seasons, Renee feels their involvement detracts from the central drama between the housewives. However, Renee made an exception for Paul Connell, Dolores Catania's boyfriend. She praised Paul's recent addition to the show, calling for Bravo to keep him in the cast. Renee also had high praise for Dolores, describing her as one of the kindest and most level-headed women on Real Housewives of New Jersey. She appreciates Dolores' ability to navigate conflicts without stirring up unnecessary drama, a trait that sets her apart from some of her more volatile castmates. Uncertain future for Real Housewives of New Jersey cast members. The future of Real Housewives of New Jersey remains uncertain, especially following the underwhelming conclusion of Season 14. As Bravo considers potential cast shakeups, rumors are swirling about who might be leaving and who will return for Season 15. Some cast members, like Rachel Fuda, have hinted at their departure, while others have yet to confirm their plans. Season 14 was marked by troubling behavior and declining ratings, prompting Bravo to reassess the show's direction. Rachel, however, is facing these uncertainties with a positive outlook. On September 2, she shared an emotional Instagram post reflecting on both the joy of her pregnancy and the sorrow of losing her grandmother. Balancing grief with the excitement of welcoming a new life, Rachel expressed her determination to honor her grandmother's memory by embracing change with grace. Rachel's strength in the face of personal challenges serves as a reminder of the resilience many of the Real Housewives of New Jersey cast members display, both on and off the show. While the future of the series remains up in the air, Rachel's hopeful attitude suggests that she's ready to face whatever comes next.